Animal rights activists are upset after a baby bear was euthanized near Ashland. The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife argues it was the right decision.
But animal advocates say the agency ignored alternatives. Fox 12's Brenna Kelly is following this story and joins us live with more on what happened. Brenna?
Well, last week, a local volunteer fire chief found the bear off of Highway 66 near Ashland. A California sanctuary, though, was making arrangements to come up and rehome the bear, transport it back, and even provide medical expenses for its treatment if necessary. But let me take you back a few weeks. This photo you're looking at is from another neighbor who saw and reported the bear at the end of March. But as we know, it continued to roam around. Now this brings us to last Wednesday. A local fire chief in the Ashland area finds the young bear off Highway 66. He says he called the Oregon State Police and ODFW, but neither agency came to help him. So he rescued the bear from the highway and brought it to his property until he could find it a safe place to go. Meanwhile, an accredited sanctuary near San Diego called Lions, Tigers, and Bears said they would happily transport and rehome it, like I said, provide it medical care, but before they could get there, ODFW and OSP officers arrived at the fire chief's home and issued him a citation for holding wildlife without a permit before they killed the bear.
These agencies have criminalized human kindness. They have such a pro-killing bias within their internal culture that they really, show their open contempt for kind-hearted people by punishing them when they try to do the right thing for wildlife in need.
And ODFW says the yearling bear, which means more than a year old, showed obvious signs of habituation like a loss of fear of people. This, the agency spokesperson says, was the reason to euthanize by sedating the bear, then shooting it, which ODFW says is a humane method of killing. The animal, they say, was considered a poor candidate for placement into a permanent facility because, quote, we do not believe it's humane to put a free-ranging bear into captivity. They go on to say, to put a yearling bear that's been free-ranging over 10 miles into a captive facility for the rest of its life is not something we support. Scott BECKSTEAD, the director of campaigns for animal wellness action in the Center for a Humane Economy, says he's seen time and time again animals are killed when other options exist, and something needs to change.
There needs to be a fundamental top-to-bottom reassessment of how these agencies approach cases of wildlife in need and kind people that are trying to help.
And ODFW wants to remind people not to feed bears, which is against the law, and that's how they get habituated, like in this case, and meaning releasing back into the wild isn't an option. That's what they felt would not work for this bear because it was not safe for the public. Reporting live, Brenna Kelly, Fox 12 Oregon.